What's up, guys? Maximus Black here.
And Nova War.
And we're bringing you guys another normal game sent in by the fans on D2Dgamer.com. Let's not waste any time. Adam, hit me with that noise. Technical difficulties. That's okay.
Down here in the bottom position on Shadow Temple, we're looking at Evilvantox, or Evilvantox. Why did I just try and pronounce that all as one word? Evilvantox.
So it's evil.
And Crowbar, and your cat is sour.
Now, the word Crowbar...
I was going to, but if you want to continue that line of thought...
I'm not even going to go. I'm gonna let the fans just kind of...
Half-Life 2.
Thank you.
Did you think I was going to get racist?
Absolutely I did. I sure as hell was gonna.
Alright, so this is another TVZ.
Yep.
Holy crap. That is 2 in one evening.
That is great. That is great news.
That is phenomenal news. They are in close positions here. Although against a Terran, I would still not be surprised to see a fast expansion from the Zerg.
Well, it's definitely a lot riskier. If the Terran player decides to go ahead and do some sort of 3-racks aggression, or even a 2-rack aggression, and there is an expansion going up, that could be very bad. Now,
or bunker rushing is also a pain.
Yeah, what a lot of Zerg players have been doing, at least where I'm at in the ladder, is on close positions, they'll take an Overlord down here, and they'll kind of hover it right here, and then they'll 7 Roach Rush. And then they'll have the high ground from the Overlord, and then they'll just ping off the supply depots, or sometimes even when on Protoss, they'll even shoot off like gateway or whatever, because you always wall up, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So that's and it's hard to defend.
And I've been noticing people on the ladder now, especially in lower, like I'm saying lower, but even like the diamond level, say, and platinum levels on the ladder now are. Suddenly, it's becoming cool to use different and random things as high ground observation for attacks from the low ground. It's becoming, suddenly, en masse, it's become this thing where it clicked in people's minds and they said, holy crap, I can still hit that stuff from the ledge. I just need something to see the high ground. And so you're seeing it a lot, actually.
It's smart.
And some people are still not prepared for it because they're so used to just saying, alright, there's dudes down there. I'm going to send over these 2 Marines and they're going to clean house. Yeah. You can't do that anymore.
No.
And in fact, in that one of those casts that we've done a while ago, remember the guy that was a Terran built that proxy barracks? We were like, what the hell is that doing there?
Yep.
He floated that over and used that shit as a freaking observer, and it was one of the most balanced things I've seen from a cast that we've done yet.
No, for sure. It's going to save you from using a scan. You can use that for an OP mule, or you can even, nobody ever really uses the supply thing unless you're cheesing. It's definitely a great way of getting some high ground. You can even make a couple of units out of a barracks while you're down there.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if you're a lower level player, just if you just have your strategies down, say you're good at something like 3 racks aggression, because that's a fairly easy build to do, or something like that, or anything on that line, maybe in gold or platinum, just try and incorporate observer play or different varieties of seeing up the cliff, because I think it will surprise you how little people at that level of game are ready for it, and how much easier it will make it for you to win the game, because a lot of people still just build up outside of the base and try and do this giant ramp push, and sometimes it works, but a lot of times, especially if you're going to say a Protoss, your units get split, you get rolled. And then a lot of people cry about the fact that they can't get up the ramp because of sentries. So, just try. I'm gonna say, challenge goes out there to some of your lower level guys. Try and incorporate that in your game, and I bet you'll find it'll do a world of good for you. And is this some kind of not quite 1-1-1?
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's 2 barracks here. We do have a factory and a starport going now. He needs to really watch it. He is teching up big time, and you are close positions against a Zerg that has gotten an expansion. Yes, he knows that has happened. This is going to be really, really effing tough for Evil to get out of this. I mean, if these roaches, like if he had that high ground right now, he would have been able to pick off some of these structures and force the Marines to come up. And he could just sit here really and pick off quite a few Marines. Roaches are pretty good against Marines if you can micro properly.
Good micro on the Marines there, though.
Very good micro on those Marines. And these Marines are doing a great job at cleaning them off. And it all boils down to micro against Marines and roaches. But I mean, if you just have a crap ton of Marines, they will mow down anything at any time in the game.
It's true.
For a first tech unit, they can be very effective,
very versatile
through the entire game. I don't care if you're 4 hours into a StarCraft match and your eyes are bleeding and you shit yourself 3 times because you can't leave and your opponent doesn't want you to pause the game. Marines can still destroy anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh no, sure they can, and we're actually seeing Combat Shield now coming up here, which is going to be great against great help, especially against all those roaches that he just saw. Definitely an upgrade that all Terrans need to get. Period.
Yep.
If you're going barracks units and you don't have Combat Shield,
GG no re,
and Stim Pack, just GG no re. You might as well go. And I sort of agree with what Crowbar is doing here. Oh, he needs to get back to base though, and maybe he will turn around instantaneously. And he, oh no,
he's saying no, F you. I'm actually
no,
okay.
Like, oh, wait,
drop. I dare you.
Yeah, you probably don't have any units in your base right now. This is a great opportunity to get rid of these supply depots, and it definitely is. And he needs to focus on a supply depot. No,
get rid of that supply depot.
Make a decision. Don't be indecisive. You're gonna get yourself killed.
Oh, one Marine just went down very quickly. Those Marines in the back tearing apart those roaches, and now that you have the medevac healing those roaches or those
Those are units. How about Marauders?
Thank you.
And Marines.
Oh.
And now there's no energy left on that medevac, and unfortunately they're left high and dry. A couple of Hellions now on the field and need to be microed very well because against roaches they will get picked off very quickly, but keeping an eye on their health, he is picking off the weaker ones, and down they go, only 2 left, and with SCVs out there to get some of that absorbed damage, he is actually going to survive this. Just.
Ooh. Yep. No, he did a decent job. He took, I guess, minimal damage there. A few SCVs went down.
I'm gonna say great job by Crowbar, because he, for a split second, he thought to himself, oh crap, there's a dropship, I need to go back to base. If he had done that, it could have been a totally different story. Drop play could have done just as much damage to Crowbar. Instead, he forced the battle to stay at Evilvantox's base and ended up doing quite a bit of damage himself and delaying what is now another drop play coming as we speak.
Yeah, no, Evil looks like he's going to try to drop over here at the natural of Crowbar. We do have a few spine crawlers, one just finishing up right now. 4, 5, 6, well, a whole bunch of roaches now on the field. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to drop on top of this. If he drops right now, you might as well just kiss this game goodbye, and you might as well just GG, and there will be absolutely no re, because that is basically all of the units right now that Evil has, and he's being very, very stubborn. Why are you dropping right now? You are outnumbered. Back up. There you go.
There you go. And he had a decent idea there. He was going after the overlords, but he was unfortunately within range of that spine crawler. Back
better
here,
drop.
He is not.
That's
much
a better
drop. Just barely in a corner where he needs to stay together. Gets back in, and I have to commend. I have to give him some props.
Nice.
He's getting up and out of there when he needs to be, and he's got to keep those roaches moving. There's no creep in between both bases, so he has quite a decent amount of time to be able to move back and forth with this drop. Unfortunately for him, Crowbar has effectively split up his roaches now, and any drops from here on out are probably not going to be super effective, but he's going to want to be keeping an eye on those overlords because they're still semi-vulnerable there.
Yeah, no, I'm really liking this play by Evil. Now, you know, I kind of just bit my words there. I told him to back off, but he's actually doing something that I didn't think really he was capable of doing. And that is harassing, and he didn't really do a whole lot of damage. He did take off a couple of drones, but the thing is, there you go. That's exactly what I'm saying. He wasn't being useless back at base. Look at this new army he's got.
Great macro.
He kept very good macro. He kept Crowbar on his toes, which means he was busy running back and forth. He got his expansion going. He's got OP mules getting all kinds of minerals right now. We take a look at the mineral tab. You know, he's basically even. Actually, he's going ahead right now because of these mules in the economy section for Evil. So he's doing really good. That was a decent attack, and now he's gonna be able to drop even more units. And I think Crow right now is falling behind. He's D'ing up too much.
Crowbar might be in more damage than any. I mean, there's a lot of static defense going up here for Crow, and those need to be careful. That Queen is going to get some damage in there, but he's going to be able to drop up top here. That one spine crawler is going to get some damage
not
done.
A good
and
drop.
Oh, he didn't get a
good drop.
I think he thought that both of those were over there.
Oh!
And lost way too many units in that exchange. No need for that to have happened, and unfortunately, he needs to get out of here. He doesn't need to drop now. He needs to go back to base and prepare himself for what is probably going to be a very quick counterattack here, I suspect, from Crowbar. After seeing that, Crowbar has got to have some confidence. He's got to be thinking to himself, okay, that was probably a lot, at least half of his army. This is probably not a bad idea to push out. And here we go, Banelings coming up, and roaches and Banelings all up in your face can definitely hurt.
That was a really, really bad drop, and I think it was by accident, like Adam said.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant to put one on high ground and one on low ground. I actually would have thought that they both would have been up top as well, and that's unfortunate. Split those units in half. Those roaches picked off a few of them, and well, he's lucky he didn't get caught by these, because that would have been even hella bad. But here we go, a big attack. He's actually going to catch Evil off base. Evil is now running with probably about 50% of his units right now.
No.
Bailings are down here. Is he going to be able to bust in? He's actually bringing up his roaches first. No, 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 no. This is not good for you. I don't know why I'm singing like this, but he's now going over. He's going to do a big drop on his base, and he's going to die. Oh, my God. This is so OP. So OP. So OP, Terran. So OP. Look at all these Marine Marauders, Meretics. Oh, what the hell did I just say at the end?
I don't know. You're making up words. I'll pick it up where you left off. He's getting raped up in his base. Oh, my goodness. The Terran is losing the game, but no, wait, he's not. He's gonna win the space race right now, but the Zerg has that fully expanded base over on the side, and one of your casts you brought up, Planet of the Apes, you were right, it's a good movie.
You never want to go.
No.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, I started shit in the bed, you started shit in the bed.
Yeah, let's just end it now while it's still decent.
While it's still a thing.
Okay.
There's a red block moving somewhere. Is he going to expand up in that top right
Yeah,
position?
you never ever want to do a base race with the Terran, because this happens, and this happens. Oh, and when you're roaches, he can lift everything off.
Absolutely. He does have a couple of Marauders, but you know what? He lost quite a few units in the exchange up in the Zerg base, and the Zerg player is actually not doing too bad. He is going to have to lift off. He's forced to move over. He's probably going to move into that bottom right position. That is the safest place for him to be. And all of those roaches are tearing up all of those units. And Crowbar is smashing windows and stealing TVs right now.
You went there.
I went there.
We had this
it had to happen. It had. Come on. It's Come on. That joke had to happen. You would have done it at the end of the game anyway.
Yeah, I would have. Kind of mad because I was saving it for the end of the game. Fun fact, fun black fact of the day. Every black man has a crowbar. Every single one of them.
Jeff, do you actually have a crowbar? I don't think you do. I don't think you have a crowbar.
No, I don't have one.
Oh, sour.
All right.
Oh, this just
fun
in.
Asian fact of the day.
All right, Asian fact.
Every Asian has a chopstick set in their kitchen. Tell me you don't know an Asian that don't have chopsticks.
I don't know.
Now, if you're Asian and you're watching this, let me know if you have some chopsticks.
Somebody is gonna say, I'm Asian and I totally use a fork and knife like every other North American.
You mean fork and knife, fork and napkin.
You might actually have to censor that. It sounded more like... Yeah,
I'm not. I said fork. And I said fork.
God damn it.
I'm not censoring
I
it.
had the hiccups again.
I'm not censoring it.
Fine.
I said fork. And a fork.
We should have, like, subtitles.
Yes. GG.
He left the game. Just press the button.
Okay.